Oh, shoot. Wrong one. Today's Thursday, and that normally means that tonight is unicycle hockey, but because I'm going to pick up my skateboard today, I'm going to go meet with Vinny this morning. I'm supposed to be there now. We're going to go get some training video for Vinny today. Ooh, good sound. So Vinny,
hey,
how did it go?
it could have been better. I did not break my personal best, which was disappointing. A little bit of a flu and a little bit of stress, all kinds of stuff going on. I mean, planning this thing and training for this thing.
It's so easy to get focused on like the excitement of the day and of the goal and of what Vinny's doing, because it's so cool, it's so unique that it's so easy to overlook all of the things that have to go into making this thing a reality. In my experience as an athlete, the performance is contingent on all of this going right. So if some of this is not going quite, not right, but stressing the uncertainty of it, because it's the root and the foundation of what you're doing, I found it really hard as an athlete to go and do the thing I was supposed to do, irrespective of the stress.
Oh yeah, no, you described that exactly. It's trying to pull all the pieces together for the event around, you know, just maintaining a normal daily life on top of finding time to train and whatnot. Yeah, it's a lot.
And not to mention 7 a.m., body's still waking up. And the unicycle is a sensory overload.
It's a full body exercise.
Full body exercise. And then juggling, which is another central nervous system maximal overload. And then to pair those together, it makes it really hard.
Yeah, exactly. No, I needed to get out and do today regardless of what was going on, because I needed to I needed to refocus.
This, for me, going back to my coaching and my athletic life, this is what I love. The on the ground, behind the scenes, the sweat and the frustration that you don't see on the day of. These days, these struggles, these frustrations, these obstacles are real all the time, every day. When you look in the Guinness World Records book, or you see something happen on television and it takes, let's say, an hour, it's an hour of your day that you didn't have to spend any other way than that 1 hour of watching. But what goes behind the scenes, or what goes on behind that to make that happen, those are the things I'm fascinated with in athletics and with feats and accomplishments of the human body. I love watching the successes, but I like watching how they happened. So that's what's going to continue to happen in the vlog. I'm going to continue to push Vinny to be authentic and real, and not promo video on the vlog. So this is the authentic, painful stuff that goes on behind the scenes. You're getting a special look at it.
I used to live in Calgary, Alberta. We were really close to the mountains. I did a lot of climbing. My buddy Pedro, one of my best climbing partners, and another fellow who pushed me harder than I knew I could go, he had a saying: if you're not flying, you're not trying. If you don't swing or fall or, you know, hurt yourself or whatever, you obviously haven't been putting enough effort into it. Days like this are going to happen, and if they don't, it's because you cherry-picked a couple of glory moments and then went home.
I love that. Another day of training.
Yeah.
Whew.
I'm hungry.
Me too. Let's get some food. I really enjoy getting to join Vinny as he goes for this goal, for the world record. It's achievements like this, it's people pushing themselves in this way. That mentality, that demeanor is exactly what I love in life and what helps me continue pushing. And now I'm on my way to pick up the new Inboard M1. I'm equally excited and nervous. I really want this to work. I have a goal for myself that the amount of time I spend in the United States is going to be 17 minutes. 17 minutes from when I enter the States to when I enter Canada. That is my goal. Time into the United States, 11:57. I'm gonna note the time out. 12 o'clock, heading in to pick up the package. Okay, it's still 12 o'clock. That took no time at all. Time to get back to Canada. 12:04, gassing up. 12:06, on my way back to the border. 12:55. I ended up having to pay duty on this board because they didn't trust that any tax was paid in the initial purchase, because I couldn't prove it, because I didn't keep any of my confirmation payments or anything like that. So I just waited there for almost an hour as they read all my emails saying that this was just an exchange, showing them the purchase, showing the purchase on my credit card, showing the conversion, all of that. So my 17-minute goal just evaporated. But I'm not gonna let it ruin the mood of the day, which is positive in that I got the new board, it's in, they didn't detain it or anything. Now to find out if this works. This is gonna be pretty short and sweet because I'm dying to get riding and I gotta study like crazy. So in the box, you get the inboard bag, which looks like this. I believe a spare battery fits here. Nope, completely wrong. So this is useless on the outside. I guess that's for documents, I don't know. Inside the bag, you have a beautiful new inboard. That's how it's packaged. Battery, charger, remote. I'll get to that in a second. Then you've got this. Accessories. You got a whole bunch of quick start stuff. The reflex remote, which still just falls through your hand. I had a long rant in a video about this, so I'm not going to do that again. Then you've got the battery charger and the power shift battery, which comes half charged. Let's get to the board itself. I do like how secure it is in the bag because it ties down, but then if you're flying with this, you could actually put clothes in here too. I gotta say, I'm a big fan of that. Pull here. My honest, harshest opinion of the M1 is that it has so much potential because of this. They do this one part perfect. I shouldn't say perfect because nothing's ever perfect, but they do this one part, this battery in, on, and we're set. That's literally all it takes. Like there are videos online of someone doing it while rolling, stopped between the red light turning green, you can change a battery. This part of the M1 is so far beyond any other skateboard out there that I can honestly say this is the one reason why I didn't just pursue a refund. The range isn't as good as Boost It, the speed isn't as good as Boost It, the torque isn't as good as Boost It, but Boost It has 6 screws you have to take off, then you have to take this big encyclopedia sized battery off the skateboard, and then you have to unplug it. Then you have to go fish this other one that I don't know how you carry it anywhere, and plug it back in and make sure the cable doesn't get crossed or squished wrong while you put the battery back on. Then you have to put 6 screws on, and somehow they call that a changeable battery. this is a changeable battery through and through. This is turning into a product review. I'll do one of those later if there's enough comments about my experiences with the M1, my opinions, where they absolutely suck and where they're good and how they could improve it. If there's any question you have about the M1 and want me to answer in a video, comment it below and I'll see if there's enough interest, and I'll make a video about it. Oh shoot. Wrong one. Okay, I'm going to turn you off for a second. Okay, that was long enough. Again, if you're interested in honest feedback and review of the inboard after 2 months of use, comment a question, comment feedback, and if there's enough, I'll make a video about it. For now, I gotta go ride. Oh, it feels so good. This is the definition of summer to me. Cruising the streets on a perfectly temperatured evening on a brand new skateboard that works pretty much perfectly well. Oh, this is what it's supposed to be like. So, all of my excitement aside, as objective as possible, what are my thoughts of the M1 right now? Because of this feature alone, I have decided to stick with inboard at least until I decide not to. That's usually how it works, I suppose. Today's 5 seconds of gratitude is for kindness.